Hi everyone, Juliana here, and I'm so excited to come to you this week and talk about our newest launch. For those of you who are at Get Real, you know a little bit about it, but this has been over 2 years in the making, so I can't wait to share with you all the details that came about to bring this one out. So in terms of why and what drove us is we saw that during the pandemic, there were a lot of shifts in the beauty market. People spent more time at home, started talking a lot more about health and mental care, and started investing more in their wellness from a wellness aspect as well. This coupled with the fact that people couldn't go out to their doctors, dermatologists, spas. So this ended up causing an acceleration in the skincare market because consumers started searching for professional alternatives to do at home. And with mask mandates, it also created a very interesting dynamic where the only thing that people could show was their eyes. So while most of the other beauty categories were suffering, there was a very strong growth in terms of eye and brow makeup. And even though lash extensions and lash perms were already popular, now consumers needed an at-home solution because one, they couldn't go to stores, most of the doctors and spas, and they didn't want to resort to the ones that you can just buy it at the grocery store and that kind of stuff. This coupled with the fact that in terms of trends and what's been evolving within the past 10 years is social media. So people feel more and more the pressure to be Insta ready. So lash enhancers, which are growth serums, also became popular. That coupled with increasing stress levels, hair fall and hair thinning becoming a top concern because of stress levels, but also as one of those long-term effects of COVID. It does also affect brows and lashes. So this was not a new product category, but it had been dormant within cosmetics. And all of a sudden, demand started driving supply, and new brands started popping up with their own growth serums. And what we've seen is that this trend has outlasted the pandemic because the alternative options are still very high maintenance, and it either requires a lot of time and effort or a lot of money. One of the things that was really interesting as we started to dig a little bit deeper into this sort of market, and to be honest with you, it was even a surprise for me, was that there were several brands, basically all of your top brands in the market, picture any big name that you know within the lash and brow serums. They were actually using prostaglandin, which is a type of hormone, to have really powerful results. But these ingredients have had a lot of controversy around them. For starters, legally, they shouldn't even be considered cosmetics, because for you to be adding a ingredient like that, you would have to be considered a drug. But regardless, the number one type of product that we saw in the market, and most of the big brands were using this prostaglandin analog, which are chemical compounds that have hormone-like effects. And they've been in the center of multiple litigations because consumers have reported multiple side effects. We didn't want to have a lot of the worst scenario pictures here because we didn't want to scare you, but if you do some digging, you're going to see. But some of the main ones are drooping eyelids, skin darkening, blurry vision, iris color change, loss of lashes after stopping. So there's two main things that I want you to take from this. One is the reason that they're so popular is because they yield the fastest results. And we all know that that's, we all want to see those before and afters super quickly. But also it's very confusing to the consumer Because if you go into those ingredient lists and you're searching specifically for those two names, prostaglandin or bimetropost, you're not going to find these exact names. There's several different names that they can use that are analogs of that specific ingredient. So it's really hard for the consumer to even realize that what they're using can be harmful for them. And then the other options were either botanical serums or peptide serums, right? And the botanical serums, what we saw in the market was that they didn't yield the same results as other serums. They weren't as effective in terms of the growth and and density. And the third alternative were peptide serums, which this is the proven alternative for the toxic and hormone-free formula, is a peptide-based one. But since it's more expensive, the concentrations that most of these brands were using also didn't make them have comparative results to the ones that were using the hormone type. So after a lot of studying and a lot of digging, we came into this innovation from one of the labs that we work with. And it's basically, we're calling it PWR system because it's this ingredient that we found that they had done already in vitro tests, and they were able to see that it improved the hair follicle. It had better anchorage. And at the end of the day, I can go through these numbers with you all day, but I think a picture proves 1,000 words. So if you see here, um, what we saw is that even within 56 days, there was a significant increase in length, lift for lashes, and even for brows, you see the significance that it's caused in terms of the density of the brows. So we really felt that we were um, going somewhere that really were significant. But in true Neora fashion, for us to launch something, we want to be able to even deliver more. So that's how we came into our final Lash Lush serum. We're calling it the next level for lash serums. So it's a 3-in-1 lash and brow in one product. So that was the main thing that we wanted to do. I know that you see most of the brands doing two different SKUs. And for us, we want to always make sure that we're delivering you all that we can in just one product. This is why we're doing it both in one. So you have all of the great performance that you would have with those harmful ones, but in this case, without any of the harmful ingredients or hormones. So in combination of the power system, we also added biotin, which is a peptide that strengthens lashes and brows. With our power system, it has been clinically shown to support collagen at the hair follicle, improving hair density, length, and lift. And we also included amino acids, hyaluronic acid, and plant extracts to prevent existing hair, lash hair from breakage and loss. And why do we love it so much? So we did an independent clinical trial, and what we saw was we had visible results in just 4 weeks, being safe, free from any of the harmful hormones. 100% of people in this clinical trial agreed that it was gentle for their eyes. And we also had it be ophthalmologist tested during the whole trial to make sure that even if it was something that they couldn't really feel, they were not having any adverse reactions, which is found in many of the other lash serums. So this is one of the main things that we can be proud of, because this is really rare for you to be able to say that nobody that was in your trial had any reaction, and that's definitely the case for us. And as always, we test with every kind of person. So we did test with people that have prominent sensitivity to any new product, and we didn't see any of that. And what we saw was that we were able to prove that it does make longer, denser, thicker lashes and brows. And it also prevents existing lash and brow hair from breakage and loss. So in terms of all of the blends that we have, like I said, we have our power system, which is our proprietary botanical blend. That includes DHT blockers, which are known to halt the hair loss so that lashes appear fuller and longer. We have our peptide blend, which is a lash stimulating peptide complex that supports the natural renewal cycle, making your lashes appear longer, fuller, healthier. We added hyaluronic acid because it helps with hydration, making those lashes stronger and more flexible. We also added amino acids, which are nutrients that play a very important role in your hair development. They can protect hair from sun damage, support collagen production, and strengthens hair at the end of the day. And we ended it all with biotin, which it's known as a beauty vitamin for a reason, but it also, in this case, it helps to strengthen lashes and brows. And we had some amazing results in our clinical trial. Like I said to you guys before, 100% of them agreed that it was gentle enough for their eyes for daily use. More than 100%, more than 90%, sorry, agreed that it was easy to use and to apply. And one of the things that I think we're most proud of is if you look at other brands that are launching products like that, most of the time the models and the people that they'll use are really young people. And we wanted to make sure that we were as real as we could be with our trial. We know that the hair life cycle slows down as you age. So we really wanted to make sure to bring to you results that were real for the average population. So all of these amazing testimonials that you have here that you can see easy to apply. I can feel my lashes touching when I blink. I don't remember the last time that I felt that. This is Kara, she's 51, so it's not a teenage girl. We've had amazing results with women that are already at the stage of their lives that their hair cycle isn't the best. So really proving that this is not done in a skewed way, but really meant for real results with real people. And in terms of our claims, we couldn't be any happier. We saw that after just 4 weeks, our serum was proven to make brows look visibly fuller. Lashes and brows also felt healthier and nourished. After 12 weeks, we had lashes and brows look longer, thicker, healthier, more voluminous, dramatically improve lash and brow density, improve the appearance of sparse lashes and brows, reduce lash breakage and loss, and make brows feel rejuvenated and intensely nourished. These are some of the pictures, but you can find a lot more in our website as well. These are some of the results that we had at 16 weeks, both for lashes. You can see not just the length here, but also how much denser it's gotten, and especially the case for the brows. And same here, in just 12 weeks, we're able to see how some of these lashes, and in this model specifically, she had parts of it that was just not growing anymore. This is typical for people that are using lash extensions, because what that happens is that after a while, it creates some irritations with your hair follicles and it will stop growth. And one of the best and most differentiating aspects of this formula as well is that it's oil-free. So even for your customers that are wearing lash extensions, they can also use this because it's not gonna mess with any of their lash extensions. And it's actually gonna help them from having these sorts of problems in the long run. Lastly, I know that a lot of you asked me this at Get Real. This is a very simple to apply. You apply it twice a day, morning and evening. Just cleanse your face, and you apply it as you would an eyeliner. So at the root of your lashes, you can do both upper and lower, and then on your brows, same thing. Just across your brows, you can both apply where you're seeing some spots that aren't really growing hair, or you can do all over. But we're also going to have how to apply videos, so it should be very easy for you guys to see. I hope you enjoy it. I can't wait to see your before and after pictures. And if you have any questions, just let us know. I'm very excited. This has been over 2 years in the making. So can't wait to see what you guys think. Bye.